Well, Happy New Year, everybody.
Yes, Happy New Year.
It's December 31st, 2020.
Yep, about ready to wrap up this year.
Yep. And unlike the rest of the planet, Chris and I are actually sad to see the year go.
Yeah, we actually had a very good year.
As you'll hear soon, our year was excellent. And let's get this stupid elephant out of the room and then we can proceed.
Yes.
As far as the stupidity of what was going on in the world, politically and stuff, it doesn't affect us.
Our happiness is not determined by, what the world's going through or
who's sitting in the White House.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
we were never. It doesn't matter what presidency there was. Our happiness wasn't determined by who occupied the seat of the White House.
right. And also, this whole stupidity of this, pandemic that they've done, it's been an annoyance and a stupidity for us. But
Inconvenient.
Inconvenience, and our life has gone on, and we refuse to give up our freedoms, and we just go about normally like we usually do.
Right on.
Mm-hmm. So that being said, you'll see how we basically not just had a normal year, but the Lord has blessed us because we've been true to Him. And all this stuff we're going to talk about, it's not because we're so good and we're so great. It's because He's so good and He's so great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're just going to go through this month by month. Starting in January, I was collecting Ninja Turtle action figures.
Yeah, I surprised her. I found those at Target. They were beautiful, cartoon-like quality.
They were right out of the 80s cartoon.
Yeah.
I was like, if I had these as a kid, I don't know, I'd have passed out or something. Just you can recreate the whole cartoon exactly.
Yeah.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. So I was so happy to buy you those figures.
I love them. And at the time, I was also rather Hoya crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was getting ready. I was saving money and I was getting ready to put in my first big international order. That didn't happen, of course. More on that later. And I also got my front bumper installed.
Oh, it's awesome, too.
Yeah, we're so thankful that our friends down the road came over to help us with that. And that was the Christmas gift from 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just been sitting in our garage until we were able to do it in January.
Yeah.
And then this was one of those amazing, unexpected blessings that I didn't foresee coming in this year. For years, I have had this fantasy, this desire to drive some kind of big, heavy machinery. And that was the year when I visited my friend Mike. He's got a farm that he had rented a backhoe. And I asked him, I was joking around, if I could drive it. He said yes.
Yeah.
And, well, you guys might have seen the video, and that's a bucket list item. And it's incredible. Also, this year, we started getting closer to the Lord and
Mm-hmm.
doing more prayers and more readings and watching more videos and stuff. And I can just see His hand at work. When we get close to Him, He blesses us.
Yes.
Okay, February.
Hmm.
February is usually a major month for us because it's an anniversary month.
Yeah, the 4th.
Yeah, the 4th is our total time anniversary. There's a lot of explosions going on outside. And, before I get to that, I want to say, I got a feeling we're not going to get any sleep tonight because people are going to be partying and celebrating and they can't wait for this year to be over. Honestly, that's stupid because...
As if January 1st, suddenly, magically, everything's going to be perfect
Exactly!
again.
That's what bugs me about it. Tonight at midnight or tomorrow when the sun rises, all this stuff will magically go away. No!
Yeah, right.
And guess what? 2021, as far as the world scene, might actually be worse. So don't get too
Yes.
excited.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it'll affect us any. Have no fear. I'm not afraid.
That's right.
No. Lord's going to take care of us no matter who's in charge of whatever happens.
Yes, God is still on the throne. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter what happens. Right.
So back to February. I went to Orlando by myself. I drove out there to do a bird show, and I picked up the birdie apartment that you guys see in so many of my videos. I got the stand for that, and I got extra cages, and it was kind of a hard drive for me because I've got a driving phobia, but I'm so glad I did it. And let's see what else happened. Oh, well, the big thing was that, I have to edit this, going back. Also, about the year ending, I actually wish that I had one more week in this year. I ran out of time. And I'm sorry, guys, I hate to say that this is the first year, as far as resolutions and stuff goes, that I've failed. For the last, I was on the 12 to 13 years, I have been making Christmas cards myself, my own art, hand-drawn and printed. And this year I didn't finish in time. A lot of you are going to be getting a late New Year's card instead of a Christmas card, that I'm almost done with it. So, yeah, and a few other projects I didn't finish that I wish there'd been more time in the year, so.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay. A lot happened.
A lot has happened. Good, mostly good stuff. The other big thing in February that we did was we went to Miami.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, at the end of the year. We went to go see the Christian speaker Amir Sarfati. And you want to say that?
Oh yeah, down in Miami, she got this great room that we could stay in. It was a big, beautiful condo, and it was so spacious and had a great view of the sunset, and a mall right across the street, and it was just great.
Yeah, and Minion came with us.
Yes, we had our little kid with us.
And it was a leap year, so we got the 29th that year. So that was special. 2020 was a leap year. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, we went and we listened to him speak, and we got to meet him in person and take photos with him, and
Yeah.
he signed his books for us. So
yeah,
that
we got autographs of Amir, and we got to talk to him just for a pinch. That was fun.
All right, so heading into March now. This was big for me. I got to go to my first orchid show, and I had never been to one. It was a whole new experience, and again, I'm still, to this day, I remember I'm floored by it. I walked into that room, and the smell just hit me. It was so strong. It was in a good way. It wasn't a bad smell, but it was a strong perfume smell. If you had blindfolded me, you could have told me that I was in the mall, and I would have believed you, and I wouldn't have known, like in the ladies' department that my mom used to take me into.
I'm sorry.
Yes, it was not fun, but that was a good experience. And then in March, also, Emma, Whitey, and Nitro were born.
Oh yes, the trio.
The trio, the Spangled Bunch, and they have been wonderful little, amazing little budgies. Okay. Alright, April, you found rain lilies for me.
Yes, I dug up rain lilies for you, and you love them.
Those are plants I have been wanting. They're native, they grow here in Florida. And tell them about your customer.
Oh, the customer had them growing in her yard, and I said, hey, can I dig up those weeds for you in your front yard? She's like, let me look at them. Oh, yeah, sure, go ahead. So I'm like, yes, I dug them up. I got a few bulbs, and I brought them home.
Yeah, it's just in a subdivision, a housing development.
Yeah, just random
In
customers.
her yard, they were just growing. They probably mowed them all the time. And this is a plant that every time I would drive by the roadsides, I'm like, oh, I want one of those. I want one of those. And we got one finally. I love them. And they're sprouting already, so they're going to make flowers come spring.
Great.
And, okay, so April was when we got the Trump bucks, and I used some of mine to buy tons of bird food. It was great.
I still have mine. I've never dropped below in my checking account my half of the Trump bucks. It's always been this wonderful little safety net all this time.
Yes, it's been great.
Mm-hmm.
And I ran out of bird food finally, though. It's time to order it again. Funny enough, the Trump bucks are back, so I can I can order bird food again for another 6 months, is it, or something like that? 9 months. All right, April. I got into Sarracenias that month, so I got a lot of them. And I knew that I was going to be taking care of baby birds again, so I finally, I have been wanting this also, kind of a bucket list thing. My first incubator. It was a cheap incubator. It's not like a real incubator, but it's something. So I was happy about my first experience. All right, May. We had a surprise. In our front yard, I thought I had dug up all the Amorphophallus. Well, this giant stinky flower popped up out of nowhere. You found it.
That was this year.
Yeah. Tell me about it. You found it first.
So what, the one that was up front here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw it, and I'm like, babe, this
Going-
thing's growing weird colors I'm not used to, because they come and go every year, but they look different this time. I'm like, what's wrong with this plant?
Well, it wasn't there. It's like it sprouted overnight.
Yeah.
You were going to work, and when you went to your truck, you asked me if the
Oh.
blob is supposed to be there or not.
Oh, yeah. It just looked different. Yeah, I wasn't ready for that.
Okay, let's see. And this was the month the next batch of baby birds hatched. 2 of them, Pico and Gallo. And for a month, I lost sleep. I basically gave up a month of my life to try to raise these poor birds, and unfortunately, they did not make it for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one bad thing that happened so far in 2020 for me, was the loss of my babies.
Yeah, I tried to help you with that.
Yeah. Alright, so then I got really cactus crazy that month. Since I was home, I couldn't leave the house. Funny enough, because everyone was under quarantine, but I couldn't leave because I had baby birds that I had to feed literally every hour to 2 hours, and each week it would extend the time a little more. And finally, I was so happy when May was over. Well, not happy because they died, but I was finally free to go out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's funny because this was also the time that, again, we refused to give up our freedom, and stores like Publix, the supermarkets were still open, and gas stations,
All the essential places were
hardware
open.
stores. Well, guess what? We would go almost every day to these places. We'd have dates at the grocery store. And
Yeah.
it was just we were still gonna have our normal life, and it meant having a date at the grocery store, having a date at the hardware store. Well, that's what we did. And,
That's right. The biggest travesty all year was the sushi place closed for several months.
oh yeah,
That was like the worst
there's
thing for us.
still takeout only. I'm
Yeah.
just sitting down there.
We're friends with the
But
owners.
we're friends with the owners, which is another great gain from this year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so June now. The beginning of June was actually, I think, when the babies passed away.
Yeah.
And I was quite sad for a long time.